Good day guys, Victifreak here and welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today, I'm feeling very excited. Why? Because I decided that today we would draw Haruko Haruhara. For those of you who don't know, Haruko is a character from a fairly old anime called FLCL. I don't even really know how to describe it, it's just completely bonkers, weird, I don't know what the hell is going on kind of anime. There's only 6 episodes, but it is so dense with all this completely random stuff that seems to make completely no sense, but when you watch a few times, you realize that nothing in this show is completely random and it's actually like really deep, but I won't spoil what. But it's only 6 episodes long, it's super weird, I love it, it's completely genius, and you probably have to watch it a few times to totally understand it. But, why am I telling you this? So, for the past few, no, not the past few weeks, but for the past week or so, I was fairly busy, and Breath of the Wild was taking up all of my free time, because my god, that game is amazing. But we were finally given the much anticipated trailer for FLCL Season 2 and 3, and I flipped out. I've been waiting for this for so long, and so I just had to do it. I just had to. We will be drawing the Haruko Haruhara from FLCL today. So yeah, we'll be drawing the fairly well-known smug cat face, because Haruko is known for being more than fairly, quite very smug. So I just love her design as well. It's just so, I don't know, it's not really weird, but it's very unique to say the least, and I just love this smug expression that she has. So we'll be drawing that today. So let's see, today we'll be using quite a few colors because I'm gonna be using Copic markers. Of course, you don't have to use markers if you don't want to. You could use color pencils, or you might not want to color it in at all. So of course you're gonna need your pencil and paper and eraser. And with the outliners, I have actually 2 different outliners today. So I have a very thin, just the thinnest outliner that I could find. Obviously, it has to be the Copic multiliner because we don't want the pen to bleed when we use the Copic markers. So I took the thinnest Copic multiliner I had, and also I have a much thicker Copic multiliner. So what we're gonna be doing is that we're gonna obviously draw the image, and then we're gonna outline with the thin marker first, and then we're gonna color in with the Copic. And then once we finish coloring in, the last thing we'll do is re-outline all the lines with the thicker pen, so that if we do end up going over any lines, we could hide that by making all the lines thicker. And yeah, we're just gonna be using the thinner outliner so that we know exactly where we're gonna be coloring in, and then we're just gonna finish it off with a thicker outline. So here are the colors that we'll be using today. So here I have a very, very light skin color. So this is the lightest shade of, well, I guess, I don't know, it's the E in Copic is like brown, so this is the lightest shade of brown. It's a very light skin color, and then we have a darker tone of that for the shading, and we have a yellow, so this is gonna be for the eyes, and we also have a pink, which is gonna be for like these whiskers. Like, I don't know, in this scene she has whiskers to make her look more like a smug cat. And so we're just gonna be using this fairly normal mid-tone pink for that. And for the hair, we are going to be using it's kind of like a pinkish orange color. It's fairly light, except the thing within FLCL, Haruko's hair never seems to be one shade. It kind of like, it changes quite often. Sometimes it's like this fairly bright pink, sometimes it's an orange, like a pinkish orange, sometimes it's a desaturated orangish pink. So I just went for just a normal orangish pink, I guess, and I'll be coloring over the same color using this to darken. And I also have a fairly dark brown and a gray, so these are going to be for her goggles. So the brown is what I'm assuming is like leather-like areas, and the gray is gonna be for the metal areas. And for the goggles, we also have two shades of blue. So this is a very light blue. This is the B00. So this is the lightest shade of blue that Copic has, and then a slightly darker, not too blue, it's slightly desaturated kind of blue, but still definitely darker than the other. And then we just have a red, just a bright normal red, nothing special there, and that's going to be for the jackets. Alright, so those are quite a few colors, but once we actually draw the drawing, it's not going to be that complicated in terms of coloring. So it's not gonna be, oh, there's gonna be shading everywhere, here and there. Not really. There isn't actually, I mean, there is shading, but it's not overdone or anything. There isn't that much shading. Like for the jacket, there isn't any shading at all. And so yeah, so I think we'll just start moving on to the drawing now. So let's see. We'll start off with the head. So we'll start drawing the shape of her head then. So her head is actually kind of tilting, so kind of like this. Maybe we'll just draw a line to show where or how tilted her head is. Something like that, and she's going to be looking like that to her, or to our right. So somewhere around here, I think we're gonna just start drawing a basic shape of her head. So we'll just start off with the chin. So we're gonna go up, and it's gonna become a little more vertical here, like so. And of course we wanna change directions a little lower on our left because her head is leaning. Okay, a good little thing to do is draw a line from where the angle changes so that you know where you want to start changing the line. Like so. And she has a fairly narrow head, I guess. So let's see. I think I might have drawn it a little big. I'm not sure if I'll be able to fit that all in. So yeah, I'm gonna make it a little smaller so you guys can see it all on camera. But I'm pretty sure you guys won't have to. Alright, that looks a little better, a little smaller. And let's just draw in her head then. So I guess this is what her head would actually look like. Of course she's going to have hair, so we won't be able to see this, but it's gonna be helpful so for us to know where her hair is going to be. We'll just draw in her head bold. So she's going to be looking up slightly, I guess. So you're not going to see too much of her hair because she's looking up a little. Let's see. I think we'll just start off with drawing in like her ear maybe. So maybe somewhere around here. Of course, quite a bit of it will be hidden by her hair. Yep, her ears look fairly low. That might look a little odd at the moment, which it kind of does, but that's just because of the angle. So like I said again, she's looking up, so her ears will appear to be a little lower than they actually are. Something like that maybe. Yeah, it definitely looks a little strange at the moment, but bear with me. So maybe I can make her chin a little thinner, because she has a long chin, very long chin. So yeah, there's gonna be quite a bit of space between her chin and her mouth. And if you want to get this little detail, the left line of her chin here, it's gonna curve inwards very slightly. If you want to get these little details, and this line here will be curving outwards very slightly. Alright, and let's draw in her neck then. So about halfway in the middle of the left line here, we're gonna have her neck. We're gonna make a fairly large curve. We're gonna start off a little more vertical, and it's gonna start curving out quite a bit, and it's gonna be more or less a little high, I think. Maybe a little, it ends a little lower than where the chin ends. Something like that. And this side, start a little higher, somewhere around here. I'm gonna have a much more vertical line, which actually goes a little more to the, or ends a little more to the left than where it began. Alright. And I think we'll draw the jacket a little later then. So I think we'll start off with her hair then. So let's see. Or you know what? Her eyes are going to be somewhere around here. So we're gonna draw a curved line where the eyes will be, because her eyes do look fairly curved, like so. So her eyes will follow this line, more or less. And so then we'll start adding in her hair. So we'll start off simple then. So around here maybe, around up here, we're gonna have just one line going straight down, covering a bit of her ear, and ending up a little higher than where the neck ended on the left there. And we'll come back up until pretty much where we have the head here. We're gonna have some more hair coming out. Something like that. And there's gonna be another line here. So there's gonna be some more hair around here. And somewhere around where we had the hair coming out here, I'm gonna have some more hair coming down and curving in here. And let's just mark out roughly where the nose will be. So I'd say the mouth would end up being a little... We can rub out this line now, we don't need that anymore. Her hair would end up being somewhere around here. So a little higher than the line that we just had here. again, we're gonna have that curved. Yep, and her nose will be somewhere around here then. A little lower than the middle between those two lines. Alright, and her hair here is gonna end up a little higher. It's gonna stop a little higher than where the nose is. Gonna have some more hair. Basically, we're gonna be doing quite a bit of this, and I think I'll leave you, or I'll just leave you guys to follow me with the hair from here, not really saying much. So just be aware of how high and how low and in what area I draw the hair, so you can get the right height and it doesn't get in the way of things that you'll be drawing in later. Alright, I think we'll leave it here for now, because next we're going to be moving on to the goggles. Now that is something a little different. So we'll just have a line here. Alright, so we're gonna be doing the goggles next. So around the middle of this line here, we're gonna have a curve just coming out, not touching this line, still staying fairly high, and somewhere around, let's say around here, gonna curve back up, and maybe somewhere around here we're gonna have the goggle, the metallic part of the actual goggle. Now the only proper reference I have to this image actually doesn't show the top of her head, so we're gonna have to do a bit of improvising. So we're gonna have to kind of guesstimate, use I've kind of come up with an idea of how I'm gonna draw it out by looking at other images that we have of Haruko. So yeah, I'm gonna come up here, change to a slightly more vertical line a little bit here. Around here, I'm gonna become a little less, I'm gonna go a little more horizontal. Come around here, and let's see, I think we'll close this off around here maybe. Yeah, something like that. Alright, and we're basically just gonna draw another one of those on the other side. Alright, and we'll add in, I think between the goggles, we'll have, I don't know, I'm gonna have to kind of guesstimate what this would look like. So just a little piece that would connect them together. I'm just gonna make a curve here, and just gonna connect them, make a curve at the bottom. That's good enough. And notice that the with the right goggle, because of her head tilting to the left a little, this goggle looks like it's gonna be standing up higher than the left. So that's a good little thing to keep in mind, and we're just gonna draw a line just here. Something like that. I think that looks about right to what it should be. But yeah, so now we're just gonna add a little, we'll add a few more little details here and there. So just gonna rub out these corners. I'm gonna add a little bump on the end, just like that. And it's gonna be another line that follows the bottom line. Same goes for the top. We'll add another layer here. Alright, I think that looks about right. Here's a little close-up if you want to get a better look of that. Alright, so I think we're just going to go back to finishing the hair. So like I said, we're going to have to improvise a little with her hair at the top. So yeah, we'll just pretty much just add a few more things here and there. Make it look accurate to what it would if we could see it. And forgot to do a, we also have to do a strap, so we're gonna just draw in a strap for the goggles. So with this strap, it's just gonna be hidden behind the hair here. You just can't see the line, so it's just gonna end just like that. Alright, so next I think we'll just move on to, I think we'll do the face last. So let's maybe do her ears. Let's do her ears, why not? Alright, so we're just gonna draw in some lines for her ears. Alright, so I think we'll do her face last, so we'll do her jacket and then we're just gonna draw more of her hair at the back. So with the jacket, around the middle of her ear, we'll just make a curved line. It goes up quite a bit. And a little past the neck, we're just gonna go down. And it's gonna be a strap on the jacket. Alright, that looks pretty good. And I just noticed that you probably didn't see what I was drawing there because it wasn't on camera. So sorry about that. I'm just gonna have to move this through. Alright, there we go. Barely fits. Alright, so sorry about that if yeah, you probably didn't see what was going on there when I drew that all in. But yeah, so this is the jacket. It's very simple, not much going on here. So now we'll start doing more of her hair. So she has more hair at the back here. So we're just gonna draw in some more hair just sticking out here and there. It's not that different to what we were doing before. So I don't really think that there needs to be an explanation as I go through this. Alright, next we'll move on to the face. So start off with the eyes. So around here, just near the tip of this strand of hair here, we'll start off with her top eyelash. Just gonna make a long line that actually curves quite a bit. Alright, make it fairly thick. Give her some eyelashes. Alright, and here as well, we're gonna have bottom of her eye. And it actually becomes fairly narrow towards the end. And her eye. And we're gonna have a line here. So it's gonna be for her eye. And then we're gonna have an eyebrow going down fairly vertical. And there's just gonna be a little curl here. Alright, and we'll basically just make another eye, so pretty much exactly the same on the right side this time, except this time it's gonna be a little more horizontal compared to the left eye. Alright, and then we're gonna have her nose, and as in her nose, I mean just her nostrils, because that's all we see in this image. So we're just gonna draw 2 nostrils. Just like so. Maybe that was a little too big, we'll make it a little smaller. Like so, and then we're gonna have her mouth. Very long grin. Very smug. Goes pretty high. She's gonna be doing a little grin in the smile of her. I mean, in the corner of the smile. Alright, that looks pretty good. And then we're just gonna have her, like, the cat whisker-like things that are just kind of there. Alright. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So that took quite a while to draw, actually. But, yeah, I think we'll just start to outline now. So, as usual, I'm gonna rub all of any dark lines a little lightly, so that it's less, it's less dark, so I can easily distinguish what I've outlined and what I haven't. Especially since I'm gonna be outlining with the very thin outliner first, so it might be a little hard to see where I've already outlined if the pencil is too dark. So yeah, we're gonna be outlining everything except for the whiskers. So we're just gonna rub out some lines that we won't be needing anymore, just to clear things up, make it a little easier to outline. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Of course, we don't need the guidelines that we had for the face at all. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So we'll just start outlining everything except for the whiskers, and then we'll start to color in. And also, we also have to rub out all the pencil once we finish outlining, and we let it dry for a few minutes, so maybe give it 5 minutes or so to make sure that you don't smudge the ink after you finish outlining if it's still wet. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with lightly rubbing out all the lines. Alright, so now that I finished outlining with the thin marker and I rubbed out all the pencil, now we'll move on to coloring in. So, as you can tell, the outline, it looks fairly rough, it's not very clean, which is on purpose. It's just to be able to know where you want to color in what, and we'll finalize the outline at the end with the thicker marker. So we'll start off by coloring all of the skin with the lighter color. So that will be everything, the face, the ears, and the neck. So just don't color in the inside of the mouth, any part of the eyes, and the eyebrows. And with the eyes, even though there's no line, keep the area past the eyelashes and the bottom of the eye white. So we don't want to fill in the eyes with this color, so we're going to keep that white. So yeah, so we'll just start off by coloring everything with that, and then we'll apply the dark tone over some areas to create some shading. So that will be areas like some underneath the head on the neck, the inside of the ears, and the nostrils, and a bit underneath the hair.
With a kiss of the future, maybe kiss the needs and masters, just waiting for another process.
Alright, so now that we're done with the skin color, we're going to move on to the eyes. So that's with the yellow, and the cat whisker like features, which we'll be using the pink. So yeah, there's nothing really difficult about them. So with the yellow, just fill in all of the eye except for the middle pupil and the oval in the corner, because that's going to be a bit of light. And with the whiskers, we're just going to have 3 lines on each side, and that's pretty much it. After that, then we'll move on to the hair. Alright, done with that, and so now we're gonna move on to her hair. So we have this fairly light orangish pink, so we're gonna fill in all of her hair with this, and then we're gonna apply some extra layers with the same color to darken some areas, which are mainly areas such as on the hair at the back, so more around the middle of her hair at the back there. A bit of the hair that's more towards the back, some hair just here and there, but not too much. Alright, so that's it with the hair. So now we'll move on to the goggles. So the four colors that we'll be using for the goggles are the brown, the gray, and the two blues. So the brown will be on the lower area of the goggles, so this bottom area. That will just be this one shade of brown. And then we have gray, which is the metal, what do you call, I guess just the edge of the goggles here. So just this area, the mid area. And then we have the blues. So we're going to use the light blue to fill in all of the top area, the glass area. And then we're going to use the darker tone to add some shading just here and there. And then that's it with the gold. So that's just going to be these four colors. You probably want to start off with the lighter colors. So I think we'll do the gray first, and then the blues, and then the brown. Just in case we mess up, because if we do, then we could just go over with the darker color when we use the other color after. Alright, so now that we finished the goggles, all we have left to do is the jacket and filling in some areas with the black. So we'll do the jacket first, so that's just with this red, filling in all of this, no shading, just this one tone. And we're going to be filling in some areas with black, being the eyelashes here, so top of the eye there, and the strap for her goggles, and it's just that, nothing else. And I might actually get a thicker marker to fill in those quickly. Alright, I just have this fairly thick big marker, so that would be much easier to use when filling in the black areas. So yeah, once we finish that, then all we'll have to do is use the thicker outliner to make the outlines thicker. Alright, so now that we finished that, all we have left to do is thicken the outline. So we're just going to be using the same thicker 0.3 millimeter outliner to, well, outline. So we're just going to use this and outline everything again, and actually we're also going to fill in the eyes, forgot to do that. So yeah, I guess we'll just outline everything that is already outlined and just, you know, clean up the lines. And then once we do that, then we should be done. Alright, that's it. Haruko Haruhara is complete. Now I'm gonna have to keep this brief because my camera's about to run out of battery, so be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to me if you'd like to keep up to date with my future drawing tutorials. And on my channel I usually do Pokemon, but I sometimes do other stuff. And so yeah, I'm really excited for Fooly Cooly Season 2 and 3, so please let me know if you are too. Can't wait, I really hope they make this work, but hey, at least the pillows are making all the songs for Fooly Cooly 2 and 3, so that's always good to hear. But yeah, as usual, I will see all of you beautiful people next time.